What is up, YouTube? I'm back again, another quick banger. This one's gonna be short and sweet, even though it's actually a quite extensive mod. So basically, like early this year, I ordered the Mishimoto coolant lines, radiator lines. So it's that one. And then also over here, I already installed one. It's right here. As you can see, the Mishimoto right there, and it runs to the back of the motor over in here. But anyway, I installed that one. That one was quite extensive as well. I think I showed that in one of my previous videos when I installed the Mishimoto coolant expansion tank here. And man, that was quite interesting to say the least. Anyway, it wasn't too bad, but like I said, I'll leave a link somewhere around here, and you can see that video. But what I wanted to do was get this lower radiator hose installed. Basically, it runs from right here beneath the turbo, and then it wraps around and goes down. I got it pinched off here. It wraps around and goes down to the radiator. Right, let's see if I can get this right here. And in order to get to it, you basically got to take out your intake tube, your air box, which is quite simple. Your intake tube right here is just 2 worm clamps. That one there that goes to the intake box, and that one there that connects to the turbo. You unscrew that, then you lift the box out. The box is here, and basically it sits down in here. And basically what you do, you just lift that straight out. There is some rubber grommets on they're actually in the body, but sometimes they come out with the intake box. You just pull that right outside of where they're located. Oh, that one tore, shoot. I'm gonna have to buy a new one there. But anyway, you pull those right out, and the air box comes out. Once you do that, then the next step, you're gonna have to take your wheel off. And the reason why you take the wheel off is because you gotta take the fender liner out all the way around. And there's my fender liner there. I had to take that out in order to reach the actual bottom part of the hose. And to get to that, you also got to take out your intercooler pipe. I have hard intercooler piping. I think I got it from Rev 9. That's the lower portion. The top portion is down in here. I don't know if I can get a clear view, but it's down here, and it runs to the bottom of the turbo. So anyway, you take that off so you can get to the bottom radiator hose. So right here, where I'm pointing to, is the radiator hose. And you gotta take that clamp off. And in order to get to that, you gotta take the intercooler line off here. And once you take that intercooler pipe off, you can access this. And on the top side, like I said, it's right here below the turbo. So turbo's here, your line is there, and you take that clamp off of that hose, and then take the clamp off the bottom area that I just showed you, and do the exact opposite to get the new hose on. So that's what we're about to do. We're about to install this Mishimoto lower radiator hose. Like I said, I did the upper radiator hose in another video, and then we're gonna button everything back up. Without further ado, let me go ahead and put all this stuff together, and once I have it on, I'll give you a view of what it looks like installed. As you can see, I got the upper radiator hose installed. Up top, I used the factory clamp. Down below, I used the provided worm clamp to fasten the lower part of the hose. As you can see, the radiator hose sits right below the turbo, works its way down to the radiator out front. It's pretty straightforward. With this platform, anything that's dealing with the front of the vehicle takes a lot of work. It's very labor intensive because there's a lot of fasteners and it's tight areas, and you have to take a lot of things apart. But anyway, without further ado, we're going to just wrap this up. Just install the intake tube back on the air box and tighten down the worm clamps, and then install the connector to the mass airflow sensor to get everything buttoned back up. Don't forget to install this here to the intake. I don't know exactly what it's called, but I think it's the CCV valve connection on the intake side. But that's it. Everything's clean. It looks clean. You can see all my Mishimoto parts installed now. There's the upper radiator hose, the lower radiator hose, the intake tube, the coolant expansion tank hose, coolant expansion tank, the oil catch can system, dual oil catch can system, and I have the Mishimoto oil cap. The whole Mishimoto catalog is about on my vehicle now. I'll see you in the next video. Like, subscribe, and comment.